Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Supernatural. Last episode, In My Time of Dying, was the season opener, and it was emotional. I had some comments of people saying, like, it surprises them how people get upset when John dies, even though they don't really like John. And for me, it wasn't really John dying that made me sad, it was more the impact that's going to have on the boys, potentially. The fact that the boys, rightly or wrongly, how they were brought up, have this connection with the dad, and the dad is now gone. And I think for me, what made me the saddest was that, as I've said in some of the comments to reply to some of the people, John was very much a very loud, in-your-face person on a lot of things. He had a lot of secrets, but he was very much, you do what I say, you follow rules, I am the one in charge, follow my orders, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he was on the phone to the boys in season 1, or he showed up, he was very much, I'm in charge now, you do what I say, let's go. So he made his presence known, and it was always his way. And he was very loud about that. Whereas when he agreed to die, essentially, with the Yellow Eyes, he gave his life up to save Dean, he did it very quietly. He never spoke to them about it. Obviously, we don't know what he told Dean in his ear, and I want to know, and I'm excited, I'm frustrated, but we don't know what he said to him. But I would have assumed if he said he was going to die, Dean would have jumped up like, no, don't, what are you doing? So I don't think he told him that. It probably would have been something about Sam, is what I'm leaning towards right now. But he did it all quietly, he didn't make a fuss, he didn't make a scene, he didn't do the whole, well, I'm doing this to protect you because I'm your dad and I'm doing the right thing and my way's the best way, which is, I think, what you would have thought he would have done. He just did it quietly and privately and not sad. And that's why I probably got emotional. Overall, the episode was really good. I enjoyed the Reaper, I enjoyed the woman, she called Tess. Am I making names up out of thin air? She was great. The ghost creature was great. I like the hospital setting. And I just really enjoyed the episode overall. Yellow Eyes was great. This episode is called Everybody Loves a Clown. I don't find clowns inherently scary. Like, if I went to a party and there was a clown there, that wouldn't bother me. But I find scary clowns creepy. Like Pennywise, creepy. Zebo, creepy. Art the Clown, creepy. So I'm nervous because Supernatural's done some really good creepy stuff in season 1. So I'm nervous, but it could be good. I'm excited that they're trying something new, whether it's like a demon clown or a ghost of a clown. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what they actually do with it. So let's jump into episode 2, which I was going to say, I'm hoping it's going to be less emotional, but I would assume it's going to deal with some of the fallout of the death. Let's just jump into episode 2 of season 2 of Supernatural and see what happens. If you enjoyed this reaction, please subscribe down below and let me know what you thought in the comments. I do love a carnival though, I have to admit.
Last ride north.
Ew.
Look, Mom, another clown.
Okay, now I see a creepy clown.
What are you trying to do? Scare your father?
No, thank you. Oh my god. Like, I don't find clowns creepy, but I think that would scare the shite out of me. Oh girl, I'm sorry girl, I don't think you're around for much longer. Don't let it in. What are you doing? That is scary as fuck. Oh my god. Is that like a hunter's funeral? Oh, my boys, come here, I'll cheer you up.
Did he say anything to you? About anything?
But he won't tell him.
No.
Thought so.
Nothing.
I'm intrigued to know when we're going to find out. I imagine maybe halfway through the season-ish. Kind of around the same time that, you know, like Meg and the dad showed up in season 1.
Stop asking if I need anything. Stop asking if I'm okay. I'm okay.
I don't think you
Really?
are.
I promise.
Dean's never okay.
All right.
Because he won't
Dean's
talk
just-
about his feelings and stuff.
We've been at Bobby's for over a week now, and you haven't brought up Dad once.
He's just grieving.
You know what? You're right.
You're acting like nothing
You want me
happened.
to say?
Say something, all right? Hell, say anything. Aren't you angry? Don't you want revenge? But all you do is sit out here all day long, buried underneath this damn car.
Revenge.
But if
Yeah.
like if that's
Sounds
how he deals with
Got
it,
any
then
leads
leave
on where the
him.
demon is? Making heads or tails of any of Dad's research? Because I sure ain't. We got nothing, Sam. Nothing, okay? So you know what the only thing
That's
I can
true.
do is I can work on the car.
Everyone grieves in their own way.
Something, all right?
You shouldn't punish someone
That's what I
for
came out here to tell you.
grieving
It's one
that
of
way.
Dad's old phones.
What is that car?
This is humiliating.
It's not a sexy turning up in that, is it?
Feel like a friggin' soccer mom.
It's the only car Bobby had running.
Oh, God, please let that be a rifle.
No, I'm just real happy to see you. Don't move.
You don't want to put it right against their back, because it makes it real easy to do. That.
Oh, jeez.
Mom, you know these guys?
Yeah, I think these are John Winchester's boys. Hey, I'm Ellen. My daughter Jo.
Okay, so these are like another set of hunters, like a different family of hunters,
Thanks.
but female.
I heard he was closing in on it.
Was there an article in the quarterly that I missed? Man, who are you? How do you know about all this?
Hey, I just run a saloon. But John wouldn't have sent you if... He didn't send you. He's all right, isn't he?
No. No, he isn't. It was the demon, we think. It, just got him before he got it, I guess.
I feel emotional
sorry.
again. Oh no.
We're all right.
Really?
I'm not gonna cry today though.
Really, lady, I'm fine.
Ash?
What? Closing time.
Oh, I've seen him on
That's Ash?
a few things. I think he was in X-Files and some other stuff I've seen.
There's signs. Omens. If you can track them, you can track this demon. You know, like crop failures, electrical storms.
They mentioned that in
You ever been struck by lightning?
last season
It ain't
somewhere.
fun.
Can you track it or not?
Yeah, with this, I think so. But it's gonna take time. Give me 51 hours.
Very specific.
I was gonna give this to a friend of mine. But take a look, if you want.
Thanks.
Oh, is this the clown
Come
thing?
on, get into this.
'Cause I wondered where that was going to come back
Dad.
into it.
He was a hunter. He passed away.
I'm sorry.
I love his kind of scary houses and stuff. But if that clown's going to be here, oh.
Wow.
Oh God. I don't like it.
Don't be afraid of clowns. They're nice. They're your friends. Okay? Come on.
Have you never heard of John Wayne Gacy? Dad. Oh, I've got the image up. I don't know why. Dad. I was waiting for the.
Evan, what is it?
You were right. He is my friend.
Oh God. No! I'm not okay with that. Even the thought of just waking up and someone being stood over your bed is scary enough. But waking up and there's a clown stood over your bed holding your child's hand. No!
Excuse me. We're looking for a Mr. Cooper. Have you seen him around?
What is that, some kind of joke?
He's blind.
Oh, God, I'm
You
sorry.
think I
Dad.
would give my eye teeth to see Mr. Cooper or a sunset or anything at all?
Wanna give me a little help here?
Someone's got issues.
Hey, Barry,
Christ.
is there a problem?
Yeah, this guy hates blind people.
I don't.
Hey, buddy, what's your problem?
Nothing. It's just a little misunderstanding.
Little? You son of a bitch.
No. I'm just. Can somebody tell me where Mr. Cooper is? Please?
I'm having second thoughts.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Dad would have wanted me to stick with the job.
Since when do you give a damn what Dad wanted? You spent half your life doing exactly what he didn't want.
Because he's
Stan's
died
alive.
doesn't mean
Okay?
you have to change what you want.
Problem with that?
But I do feel like just because the dad's dead doesn't mean Sam should change. I think ultimately the dad would want him to do what makes him happy. I'm loving all this carnival stuff. I adore this kind of setting. Carnivals and creep shows and freak shows. Ah, Jesus. And like haunted house attractions. Love it.
Mommy, look at the clown.
What clown? Come on, sweetie. Come on.
I know where the clown's going tonight.
Wanna come in and play? We're upstairs.
If it was a ghost, would it not have disappeared? Gone through it? Oh, okay, never mind.
These are your issues. Quit dumping them on me.
What are you talking about?
I just think it's really interesting the sudden obedience you have to Dad. It's like, oh, what would Dad want me to do? Sam, you spent your
got
entire
a
life
point,
slugging
though.
it out with that man. I mean, hell, you picked a fight with him the last time you ever saw him, and now that he's dead, now you want to make it right? Well, I'm sorry, Sam, but you can't. It's too little, too late.
Why are you saying this to me?
Because I want you to be honest with yourself about this. I'm dealing with Dad's death. Are you?
He's got a point. He's right. Like, I don't often side with Dean, but he's spot on. Sam didn't get on with the dad, never really obeyed the dad, and had his own kind of mindset, which I agreed with. But now that dad's dead, he's like, no, I'm going to do what dad wants.
What's that?
I don't agree with
Almost
that.
Best guess. It's a race of ancient Hindu creatures. They appear in human form. They feed on human flesh. They can make themselves invisible, and they cannot enter a home without first being invited.
So they dress up like clowns, and children invite them in.
Yeah,
Why don't they just munch on the kids?
no idea. Not enough meat on the bones, maybe?
What else you find out?
Well, apparently, Rakshasas live in squalor. They
Rakshas.
sleep on a bed of dead insects.
You?
Me?
Okay. Nah.
I hate fun houses.
Okay. That was simple.
Am I gonna see you again?
Do you want to?
I wouldn't hate it. Wrong place. Wrong time. It's okay, I get it.
But I think it's working on her though. The whole tortured soul.
Any of those signs or omens appear anywhere in the world, my rig will go off like a fire alarm.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I miss him, man. And I feel guilty as hell.
You weren't to know when you've had a fight with him
Not
that he was going to
alright.
die though. So you shouldn't feel guilty.
Not at all. I'll let you get back to work.
Poor Dean. Okay, that was season 2, episode 2, Everybody Loves a Clown. I really enjoyed the episode. Season 2 so far, even though it's only been 2 episodes, it's been 2 really strong episodes in my opinion. I'll probably take like both kind of separate storylines separately. So I'll talk about like the Sam and Dean and the dad and that stuff first. It was nice that they didn't just gloss over the death. I mean, I knew they probably wouldn't do, but some shows have like this tendency to, a character dies and then the next episode it'll get mentioned and there'll be some sadness, but overall it'll be kind of like people just move on. Life goes on like normal. And whilst they are still hunting and all that jazz, they are grieving, and they're grieving in separate ways. Sam wants to talk about it and be emotional. Dean doesn't want to talk. And that's very much in line with their personalities that we saw in season 1. So that doesn't surprise me at all. And I did annoy me a little bit when Sam was like, you need to talk about it, you need to grieve. Well, some people don't grieve that way. Some people grieve by just being them by themselves and quietly getting on with it. And then like showing at the end, just every now and again, we'll just have this outburst. Is it a healthy way to deal with it? Probably not. But that's just the way a lot of people do. That's probably the way I would in that sort of situation. I bottle it all up, keep it to myself, and then explode at a stupid time. Obviously, Dean was by himself at that point, so it was okay. But it reminded me very much of, if you've seen Buffy, season 2, episode 1, Buffy had a moment where she took a sledgehammer to the bones of the vampire that had killed her in season 1. And it was emotional, it was sad, and she was just like wailing on these bones with a sledgehammer, and it was emotional. And that kind of gave me vibes of that when he was beating up the trunk of the car, or the boot of the car, with the crowbar, because it's just like getting out your frustration and your anger through violence, but without actually hurting anybody. And it was sad to see, because that was just his way of working through it. And I'm hoping over the next few episodes that they'll still be grieving, but they will be working through it, and slowly will open up and either talk more or just start to accept it's happened and move on and move through those stages of grief a bit, because they don't like to talk about their feelings. Well, Dean doesn't like to talk about his feelings. Sam does. And the way they both deal with things differently just leads to them clashing a lot. And eventually they'll reach a common ground. Maybe it'll be like a Scarecrow where they'll have another huge bust up and it'll be like, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. And then they'll have an argument. They'll find some common ground, or they'll help each other through a demon situation and they'll move on. But it was nice just to see them trying to deal with it in their own ways, which fit in with their characters. I'm loving these new characters, so that Ellen and the other two, I've forgotten the names already, the girl and the guy with the hair that I hate. I like the characters. I'm liking they feel very much like a Bobby character it's gritty, it's in the sticks of America, if that makes sense. So it's very, I don't want to say redneck, because they weren't those kind of people, but like with like this dusty bar, this kind of like a hunter rough bar, I guess you could see there being like brawls there all the time. I'm intrigued to know more about Ellen and John's history, whether they were just friends, whether they had a relationship of sorts, whether they were friends with benefits, or just what the history is really, because she obviously cares about him. She was sad that he died and he kept her private, but they say he never talks about her. But on the same vein, he's probably got a lot of friends that he only has like in the phone and stuff, and people he tries to protect, because once you know one person, like when Meg was killing hunters, if you know loads of hunters, you have loads of names to give up. If you don't know all the hunters around, you protect them. Is that, do you know that kind of, if you share a secret but other people don't know who else has the other parts of a secret, they can't dob each other in, if that makes sense. And I'm thinking maybe it's that sort of thing, whether she's quite important and he just wanted to protect her. But I like the similarities and juxtapositions of the fact that here's a family where there's a dad who's now dead, and the sons who hunt. Here's a mother and a daughter that hunts, and the mother died on this side, the dad died on this side. Obviously, now Sam and Dean have lost both parents, but it was interesting to see that dynamic, and this new guy who's got all this technology was interesting. It's clear they're building up to regular characters, and they're going to be in it every now and again. And what I liked about the fact that this guy had this computer was that it left it open to bringing up the demon storyline as and when they needed to, so they could have a few episodes of standalone episodes, Monster of the Weeks, and then in a 5 episodes time or whatever, they can go, okay, we've got a lead, and then let's go on with the demon storyline. And that kind of gives them the opportunity to leave it alone for episodes. Okay, now he's got this trace. So that's exciting. In terms of the clown storyline, no. Didn't love it. I loved it, But it was creepy. And like I said, clowns don't freak me out, but creepy clowns are freaky. And this one was very creepy. I think it was just the way it was just waving like Pennywise. Or like when it was stood over the bed, I didn't like that. I listened to a lot of true crime, a lot of stories, like the Golden State Killer, where he would sneak into people's rooms and they would wake up and he would be stood there above the bed. Don't like that kind of stuff. And so, can you imagine him waking up? It's scary enough when someone stood over your bed. Waking up when the kids stood over your bed. Scary. Waking up with the kids stood over your bed, holding the hands of a clown. No, thank you. I'll admit it was a little disappointing at the end of the storyline when we found out who the clown was. Fine. But when it went invisible, it kind of lost a lot of the creepiness for me. I understood it fitting with the lore that it wasn't actually a clown, it was someone masquerading as a clown. But it just lost a lot of the scare factor, a lot of the creepiness. I didn't really love that so much. It was just like, okay, it's just an invisible person now. I love the setting of the carnival. That was great. I love carnival stuff and kind of like freak shows and that kind of environment, like circuses. If you're a big fan of that kind of stuff, I would recommend a few other things. And then I had directions to them as well. So episode 3, I think, of season 1 of Tales from the Crypt, called Dig That Cat, He's Real Gone. That takes place in a carnival about someone who has 9 lives and he uses them to kind of kill himself at carnival for a freak attraction. And the second episode of season 1 of You Afraid of the Dark, called The Tale of Laughing in the Dark. That's about a creepy clown at a carnival, and that's great as well. I would recommend both of those highly, especially You Afraid of the Dark. Yeah, that was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I love the creepy clown stuff. I love the grieving for the dad and the new characters that were introduced. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. Did you find this as scary as I did? Did you enjoy the new characters? I presume they're going to be regular, so try not to say stuff like, I love these characters, they have such a great arc over the next few seasons, because I don't want to know how long they survive, if that makes sense, because that does spoil to me that they don't die in the next couple episodes or in this season. Just say, I don't know, did you like him at this point, or something like that. Comment whatever you want. Whatever. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, my name is Scott. Hope you're well, taking care of yourself, staying safe, and being sensible. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you like my stuff, please check out some more videos to my right, more some other content that you might enjoy, or just something new to watch. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you all in episode 3. Bye, guys.